I'd really like to take a bath. There's just one thing standing in my way. Here, let me explain. I never liked baths. It was this annoying thing that your parents forced you to do as a little kid, and I grew to hate it. I mean, who wants to sit in a stew of your own filth? Ugh. As I grew up, I pretty much exclusively took showers. It was all about efficiency. Come home from school, shower, done. Sometimes I'd sit down in the tub and pretend like I was in a movie, wandering lonely through the rain or something. Anyone else ever do that? No? Just me? Okay. So that's sort of how it went for most of my life. I only took a bath if I had to because the place I was living at just didn't have a shower. Those were dark times. Dark times indeed.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places.
And bear with me, this is relevant, I swear. I was reading the Steve Jobs biography and I was starting to get interested in like what the whole lifestyle of a CEO would be like. And so I looked it up online and I was just curious, like, what's it like to run a company that big? What all is involved? How do they manage their day-to-day life? Then I came across this video from Buzzfeed. In it, they kind of talk about the whole BS thing about getting up at 4 a.m. You've probably heard about that. That was nonsense, but the big takeaway from the video was a segment about Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post, who had this whole evening bath routine.
Relax by taking a bath with lavender oil, Epsom salts, and a candle. Ooh, every night.
I actually am a shower guy. It's weird because it's not super clean.
And the point here wasn't to get clean, but to relax. And you can see in the video that the people trying to follow the whole CEO routine were very skeptical about this, and here's why. The whole thing involved turning out the lights, lighting some candles, maybe putting on some Zen music and having a bubble bath, bath salts or bombs, or just really taking time to yourself to decompress. And I don't know, it seemed kind of excessive to me. At first you see a few of them trying it, and even one of them still had the lights on because it just seemed kind of dumb, right?
I'm laying down in this dirty soap water.
I don't know, I haven't had a bubble bath since I was a kid.
It feels like I'm in my own little world.
This is pretty dope. I never done this shit for myself. I'm from Harlem.
But as the video progresses, they're all like, oh hell yeah. And even the one guy who had the lights on initially turned them off in the end.
Not gonna lie, this is dope. Chilling, drink a little bit of wine, relaxing, get the bubbles on. It's like a little spa in your crib. Turning off the light makes it. At first I felt stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
And that intrigued me. Like, was there really something to that? So I had to try it. Yep, this is the best. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's something about being in a dark environment with candlelight just reaches something really primal in you. The hot water and the scents and the music just all puts you in such a state of ease that you do sort of forget about your shitty day at work or whatever else is bothering you, even if only for a minute. What do you think about the current situation with the bath and all?
I am a broken man. I miss it already. I need baths.
The baths are good. What do you think? Do you think we should fight to get it fixed?
Oh, I will kill a man. I won't get them back.
See, when Pivot visited before we got married, we got to talking about baths, and he also wasn't a fan of them. And I showed him the video, and I was like, you gotta check this out. It's the best. And sure enough, I made him a fan pretty much straight away. When he moved in, as part of a little welcoming care package, I bought him a bath bomb set, and he loves his baths now, which is extra unfortunate because our shower does not want that to happen. Before we moved in, our apartment had recently been renovated. New hardwood floors instead of carpet, lovely. New kitchen cabinets and counter, very nice. New bathroom vanity. The only thing left was the shower from the 70s in all of its beige glory. The faucets were really wobbly when I first tried them, and the first time I tried to take a bath, the diverter knob just spun around in place. No dice. I called maintenance about it, and they sent someone over to fix it, but they couldn't really figure it out for some reason. I guess the connections that they had from their available parts that they had on hand just didn't fit this older shower type or something. But after a few trips to the hardware store, they did finally find a part that fit, and success. Well, until about a week or two later, I went to turn the knob and something had broken in the housing of the knob or something, and it was just spinning freely again. Another call to maintenance, another visit from the repair guy, and we're back in business. For about another month or so. Dude! By this point, Pivot had moved to the US already, and he was excited to take a relaxing bath, you know? So one more time, we tried with maintenance, and again, they sent this guy out, but this time it was this grizzled old guy who knew exactly what to do, and he gets this better piece of hardware, gets it all fixed up. However, he warns us that there's not really a proper fix to the shower since it's super old and brittle. The real solution would be to replace the shower, but management isn't going to approve that just for the diverter knob. So he said, be real gentle with the knob, don't force it, and it should last. A year passes. Yep, a whole year. Pivot goes to take a bath.
Maglot.
Once again, we call in maintenance. They send a guy. He arrives while we're both at work. We come home to this service tag on our door to let us know that they were there. The memo says, shower only. So now, no more baths. Or, well, we can still do a bath, but that involves slowly heating up the water on the stove in giant pots and carrying it over to the bath and then dumping it in. It's not the safest nor the funnest way to do this, but in a pinch, when you just have got to relax, that's what we're doing. I don't think it's worth bothering with management at this point, but who knows? Maybe we'll start apartment hunting for a nicer place. What do you guys think? We did find that they have these things called shower steamers. There are these little tablets that fizz sadly in the corner of the shower, and they put out an aroma like lavender or whatever. But they kind of just dissolve in no time, and then you're just having a regular shower. I did try one that was menthol, and I thought that would help open up my sinuses, but I feel like the warm, misty shower air already does that, so I don't really think that's a good alternative to baths. So yeah, now if I walk into Bath & Body Works, I feel like they know that I'm faking and I'm not supposed to be in there or something. Although I did just buy a bunch of their skin lotion that was on sale. It's really cool stuff. What? Don't give me that look. I have dry skin. Anyway, that was on my mind lately. Tell me in the comments if you prefer a shower or a bath. but don't make it weird. This is for science! Or something. Anyway, if you like what I do, and why would you? You can help me out by giving me the finger. If you click right over there. And then I guess there's also this big button over here that you can hit too, so I can nestle in and get all cozy amongst your other videos. And there's also this bell, which I guess summons tacos or something. Tacos. Yeah, okay, I have to go.